Coming up on The Whole Story.
This is just one enormous traffic jam of people through the jungle.
Esto es horrible, esto es horrible, esto es horrible.
Everybody look tired. Everybody maybe die here.
Donc vous êtes ici toute seule?
Good evening, welcome to The Whole Story. I'm Anderson Cooper. Starting tonight, we are bringing you the best of CNN storytelling from our reporters and anchors all over the world. It's one whole story, one whole hour, every Sunday at 8 p.m. Tonight, we take you on a dangerous and difficult journey through the Darien Gap, the only land route connecting South America to Central America. It's a 66-mile stretch of jungle between Colombia and Panama, so migrants hoping to get to the U.S. have to get through the Darien Gap first. That means trekking through rivers and mud and up steep mountainsides. Along the way, they face exhaustion, disease, drowning, and the very real risk of being robbed, assaulted, or even killed. So far this year, 5 times as many people have made this journey compared to the same period last year, and a record number of them are children. To see what they face, CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh and his team recently walked the entire route. Some of the things he saw along the way are graphic and hard to watch, but we want you to see the reality of what's happening on the trek, a migrant trail to America.
Sometimes a dream sells you a nightmare first. And beauty is deepest in a place you may never get out of. And the need to keep moving is the only thing left to carry. 250,000 humans last year walked for 4 deadly days through this, the Darien Gap. An untold number do not make it. A much, much bigger number do. And with every moment of success, resilience, and even cost and suffering, ever more come.
Ella no puede caminar.
The world may be on the move because of climate, conflict, and corruption. But here is where the most of them are on foot. These are the stories of people from just 5 days.
Esto es horrible, esto es horrible, esto es horrible.
An endless trail in the jungle of pain, hope, loss, and grit. Through the world's biggest hole in the fence. They gather under a glowering dusk, as if to say goodbye to their old lives. In the hope the dawn ahead is new, of a promise and an opportunity they have never known before.
Señor Jesús, contra nosotros dice la palabra de Dios. Amén. Amén. Verás, dice, no te verás el terror nocturno, ni saeta que vuele de día, ni pestilencia que ande en oscuridad. No tendremos miedo a bichos, no tendremos miedo a serpientes, culebras, alacranes.
But it's not a prayer that decides who'll make it, it's money. This is a large voluntary trafficking operation run by a drug cartel who control the route and are the law in this part of the Colombian border near Panama. You pay to get here, you pay to overnight here, you pay to walk on. There are just over 800 people in this camp in Acandí Seco, from Haiti, Venezuela, Ecuador, even China and India. The pandemic turned the tough into the unlivable for Manuel and his wife Tamara in Venezuela. We've changed people's names for their safety.
Ya por nuestro hermoso presidente nos obligó la situación, la dictadura. Todo es gracias a ese señor que estamos llevando mierda. Es la idea, pues. Pero bueno, todo es nuestra familia. O sea, el motivo de este viaje, de esta travesía es darle lo mejor a la familia de uno. Por eso también llevamos niños y no nos vamos solos, sino que de una. O sea, somos todos, no es nadie. Claro.
At dawn, the first thing that strikes you is how few of them seem to grasp what's coming. Gently packing crackers and tying sneakers, like waving a Kleenex at a storm. The second thing that strikes you is how organised the cartel want it to seem.
Los primeros serán los últimos. Los últimos serán los primeros. Por eso no debemos correr. La carrera fracasando.
They only walk when they're told to. The stories here are many, but there is only one goal: America. And the dream is just that, a reverie of hope, of conviction that they will be the ones to make it, over danger, disease, dehydration, deportation. About this number, every day, every year, almost doubling. The Darien Gap is the only land corridor from South America where entry is easier to its north, where it's not. There are no roads, only 66 miles of treacherous jungle, from Colombia to Panama and onwards north, 3,000 miles to the US border. We walked the entire route of the Darien Gap over 5 days in February to document the suffering endured by people, milked for cash by cartels, unwanted by any country. What's startling is the sheer number of children on this trek as it begins on a route sometimes adults don't even survive. We heard Jean-Pierre's son, Louvain, coughing all last night. But still, they set out. Whatever is ahead, Haiti, its heat, hunger and hellish chaos, is at least at their backs. There are the older two, 58-year-old Maria, a teacher from Venezuela, whose monthly salary of $16 can't feed anyone. So she and her daughter Yandri are headed to Houston, hopefully to relatives. We've only been going a matter of hours, and it just seems an endless series of river crossings, and the conditions are just constant water and pretty exhausting. Manuel and Tamara, like many here, try to keep the kids going with treats. And then there are those whose jungle it is, the wildlife. One bite from this snake and you may never leave. The walk is organised as that makes more money. In fact, the cartel gave us permission to be here as if to parade that. These discarded colour-coded armbands show which day and route people have paid for. The football shirts are porters, each numbered, charging to carry bags, even children uphill. But it doesn't always work out. Wilson is separated from his parents. Their porter raced off ahead.
Je m'appelle Nick, enchanté. Donc vous êtes ici toute seule? Oui? Vous attendez votre parent? Ils sont où?
Ils sont derrière.
Derrière, oui. Vous allez à l'Amérique? Vous allez où?
À Miami.
À Miami? Qu'est-ce que vous aimez à Miami?
Papa va faire une piscine.
Va faire une piscine? Pour vous? Oh. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez être quand vous serez très grand?
Travail.
Quel travail?
Travail de l'école.
À l'école? Oui.
Et ma soeur a choisi infirmière.
Nearly 1,000 unaccompanied children were found on the route last year, the UN have said.
Tienen agua. Un tarro de agua allá arriba tiene el valor de $5. Sé que muchos no tienen la plata para comprarlo. Entonces, más bien, arriésguense a llevar su galoncito de agua.
Louvain's cough is worse. He is now struggling to breathe at all, his fever peaking under the canopy. The first wave of exhaustion stumbles through the trees into this, called Laye, the first camp for the first night under the canopy. They are still chainsawing their way into the forest here. Cheap tents on freshly fallen trees. Chilled Gatorades for $4. Nothing stops the money here, tearing through nature in its way. The people are coming faster than they can make space for them. Their second dawn and the scale of the task ahead, the size of the crowd they are in these cramped spaces, becomes clear. Lines on the slopes.
Cuiden sus niños, tráfico de personas, el cual su niño, cualquier amigo se lo puede llevar cualquiera y puede vender sus órganos. Entonces, cuide sus hijos, no le den sus hijos a extraños. Poquito a poquito. Vayan con Dios.
It's organised, isn't it? But this is probably where a lot of that stops as we start heading into Panama.
Amigo, gracias.
The mist clings to the trees, making the climb feel steeper still.
Yo tengo que tomar palo para que ustedes me agarren.
Some children embrace it all, bounding upwards playfully. Even in their socks, when the mud starts claiming shoes.
Palo. Ajá. No, con el otro.
Con el otro pie.
Con el otro. Con ese.
Dale la mano, papá.
¿Ah?
Louvain is looking worse still. His father, too exhausted it seems to intervene, and already at this point really, out of choices but to go forwards.
Hello.
Others have come here with little but their will to move, propelled forward by knowing what is behind them.
Amigo periodista, también le llaman la mochila a ustedes.
¿Cuánto falta más arriba? ¿2 días, 3 días?
Voy ahí, poquito a poco, ajá. Me senté a descansar y a desayunar. Claro, para que nos siga dando fuerza. Claro. Dame agüita.
It's so hard to get there.
Mucha mafia.
Yes,
Ahora
it's very dangerous.
Ella paga vacuna, todo.
And your university?
Personas que tienen su local.
What happened there?
It's hard to live with a lot of violence. I studied with 2 people that I killed.
This is the dry season, but still, at times, it feels impassable.
Good. Gracias, amigo. Go.
and then the sky clears. This is the border at the summit, but from here on, they are on their own.